Good morning. It's been a wet week all over the UK. Chelsea's been washed out, and here in Galloway it's been raining pretty much all for the last 2 days. So that has at least allowed me to spend some time in the garage. I've nothing. I'm going to say I've nothing exciting to show you, but I'm pretty excited about where I'm at because I've basically spent the last 2 days trying to level this chassis. And if you remember on the last video, I was concerned that maybe it had tilted or needed to tilt that way and that way. So I spent a lot of time with the jacks and with the rotisserie adjusters at the end here, just moving things around until I got levels with a spirit level across along the chassis members. And I've also used my laser to level things across the back. And really I got it to a position where I was as confident as I could be that both halves, the front and back halves were horizontal and that they lined up properly. And I fitted the rear bulkhead again. It's been on and off a few times and it's looking pretty good along where this tunnel flange joins. One of the things I did before I took the old rear bulkhead off was to scribe. I don't know if you can just about, down in there, just about make out, let me see if we can find, in there you can see there's a sort of scratched line along there. And that's the line where the previous bulkhead fitted. So I took the bull with the horns, I put this thing back in, I matched it up along that line and I bolted it, put a couple of 6mm bolts through, one on this side and one on here to hold this in place. And I've dry fitted the sill and made sure again that this is the right angle. This, as you remember, is already welded in place, so that's the right angle. And I quite liked where we were now. We're pretty close to where we need to be there. So for about the fourth or fifth time, I've dry fitted the floor and I'm really pleased this time. It's pretty close. We're pretty good there. That's obviously, there's a bit of movement because I haven't fitted it in and this can pull in, but can adjust that. But anyway, it's sitting, it looks the right angle. It's it's where it should be along here. When I follow it back, most importantly, we are fitting over here where let me just push that down, where the spring hangers have to go. We're in the right place on this side and pretty much here as well. I actually at one point fitted the spring hangers mounts just to check that out. So and there are these holes which maybe suggest I need to just push things back very slightly here to get these to line up. But all in all, it's a pretty good fit. So I think we may have the rear bulkhead in the right place and the chassis square again. So what I'm going to do today is to refit some bracings across the door gaps so that hopefully I can hold it in that position and and then decide where to go from there. I need to, before I can fit any of this stuff, I need to repair the flanges at the back end of the tunnel and all along the tunnel where it was pretty much chewed up. I've got to replace those. I've got to replace this chassis leg before I can put the floor on. And obviously I have going to have to start do some work on the other side. But I think if I can get this thing braced today, then I'll be happy that the last 2 or 3 days I've actually achieved something that moves this project forward. So I just thought I'd share that and my optimism going forward, and hopefully next time I post we'll see a bit more structure to this thing. I think I'm going to stop there and subscribe, like, comment, whatever, and I'll show you where I'm at once I've got to the next stage.